Broadcasting live uh, from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. Want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. Yes, I see casual down here in the YouTube stream. It says, for sir. First, sir, is first. Well, we say first, sir. Well, it's because it's like owned and pwned, PWNED, as owned. Well, it's like you're typing so fast to type in first. What ends up happening is instead of typing FIRST, well, the R is next to the T. So, and then all of a sudden you end up typing first, sir, as opposed to first. So that's what that is. So if you ever see me in the chat and I type for sir, that's the reason why I was just typing so fast to make sure that I was first, that I was ahead of the T. I was ahead of the T. Yes, that's right. So shout out to Casual, who was first sir down there in YouTube land. I see a whole bunch of other people. I see Moto Frank. I see Norton's Collector, Brandon, Tristan, and I see a bunch of White Vegeta, a couple of other people joining into the chat. We are here broadcasting live, of course, on a Saturday morning. Here at Sam Newsman all over social media. That's at Sam Newsman on Instagram. That's where people are chatting. Listen, it's a live show, interactive show. You know, people are chatting. I can sit there and see the chats down in the chats. So I'm able to chat and talk to people. It's an interactive show, first of its kind, setting the standard, raising the bar, the only way a real media puppet knows how to do. But yeah, so you can chat with us there at Sam Newsman all over social media. We're here on Instagram. We're also over here on what prize were you given for being first? Well, no, just a shout out, Prophet. I say that the Prophet, the Prophet Director, of course, who is gracing us with his presence, texting us from the moon base. Well, you know about that, right? What? No. Well, no. What do you mean in cahoots with Lord Blanket? No. Well, I don't know. Listen, I'm going to tell you, the Prophet Director is neutral. He's neutral. He is neutral, supplying weapons or sorry, excuse me, supplying tools to help you get what you need and what you desire, as long as it goes back to make sure that he is profitable for it. But you know, the Prophet Director, you know, was he like what? He neutral. No Lord Blanket. What do you mean? It's a toy. All toys under control under Lord Blanket. No. Listen, no such thing as a Lord Blanket. I have the crew back here talking about some Lord Blanket stuff. I have no idea what you're talking about. What? Not in cahoots with Lord Blanket. I have no idea what you mean. Anyway, so Prophet Director, shout out to the Prophet Director. You should follow him. Follow the Prophet Director on YouTube. Well, no, actually, you know, it's a toy that reviews toys. Well, of course, why would I not? What do you mean? What do you mean, why would I highlight that? Why would I not highlight that? A toy reviewing toys? That's a toy after my own heart. I mean, right? What was Saturday morning about when you were a child? Don't you remember? Waking up early in the morning, beating your brother or sister downstairs to get the remote? Yeah. Yeah, you got the remote first. Yay, I got the remote. We're going to get to watch what I watch. While your brother and sister goes to the kitchen and they get the last bowl of Lucky Charms. So even though you were able to grab the remote and you're able to sit there and put it on the channel that you want to watch, your sibling has now gotten the last bowl of Lucky Charms. So the question is, who won the battle? Your sibling, who got to eat the last bowl of Lucky Charms, while you have to eat Cheerios on a Saturday morning watching your favorite cartoons? Yeah, just the plain ones. No honey nut. No apple cinnamon. What are you going to do? Are you upset about that? Or was it worth it? Is the remote control, gaining control over the remote, more important than getting the last bowl of sugary cereal? Those are the questions, the deep questions that a lot of people have to do. What does it say? The Cheerios were for Cheerios for the win for sure, is what Norden says. Cheerios. I'm a fan of the plain Cheerios anyway. I am. People always say, "Well, Sam, you're so bland. You're so bland, Sam. Bland Sam." No, bland Sam. Well, I like regular Cheerios, and I just like vanilla ice cream. Why does vanilla have to be why does it have to be a knock? Oh, you're so vanilla. What do you mean I'm so vanilla? What kind of vanilla do you think I am? Am I just regular vanilla? Or am I vanilla bean? See? Let's say I throw the vanilla bean in there. And then you sit there and say, oh, well, you're so plain because you're vanilla. So, but anyway, so I want to tell everybody though, in a few moments, I do have somebody who will be joining us. I see that there is a call over here. Good grief. I do not want to take. It's a risk. It's a risk when I do this. So hold on. Let me just make sure. Hold on. I got to go. The phone line's beeping over here. Let me go see. Okay. So, caller, you are here live here on the radio here on a Saturday morning. So, state your name and where you're calling from. Ralph the Rag.
Don't talk very much, but I'm aware that the countdown to Lord Blanket's return is coming soon, and there are some issues that have come about. I heard up in Canada they got a fork pillow at the Toys R Us. Now I need my cousin to do something about that, because we can't be having them golden giraffes with the powers, because that's Lord Blanket's power. That's right.
Well, Ralph, listen. I need to sit there and say some things. So, do you have intel on this whole Lord Blanket shenanigans? Like, do you know what's going on? What is happening here?
About a thing, they got it all handled. Lord Blanket's minions, they will be causing the ruckus and disrupting the programming before you know it, because the big arrival's coming in about a month or so.
What do you mean, big rival? Hold on. Do you have some information and intel that I don't know about?
Sam, you know the deal. You're just trying to cover up for everybody. It's all right. It's good. Just keep doing your show, and please take care of that darn Fort Toys R Us up in Canada, because we can't have the power of the golden giraffe just flourishing. Because hail Lord Blanket. Hail Lord Blanket.
Hail Lord Blanket. Oh my gosh. Listen, what is all this hail Lord Blanket stuff? Oh, hail Lord Blanket, indeed. Indeed. I think it's all hail Lord Blanket. No such thing as the Lord Blanket. No such thing as a Lord Blanket. But we do know Ralph the Rag. Ralph the Rag, saying that he's Lord Blanket's brother. Listen, there's nothing worse than sibling rivalry. It could really divide a family. It really could. Maybe Ralph will call back in the future, but something about Lord Blanket coming around. I don't know any about this. What do you guys? Huh? What? What do you mean I've said too much already about Lord Blanket? The guys in the back are sitting there telling me I've said too much already. Anyways, it is 10:15 here on this 19th day of August in the year 2023. In a few moments, we're going to cut to some cartoon themes here in a moment. A couple of interesting cartoon themes. Really excited about a few of these. So I have some cartoon themes coming up, and then I have some additional cartoon themes coming on the back end. Some things that I've not played in a while. But the next segment will be radio only. And you say, well, Sam, what do you mean by that? What I mean is that you need to download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE. Sound out. Search WDCE on that Live 365 app, and you'll be able to listen to the radio feed. I say that because the next segment will be radio only, and we'll be interviewing and talking to Cato. You familiar with Cato? Cato from Cato's Collection. Cato's Collection on YouTube, one of the only reviewing websites that I will spend my time with when I want to learn about action figures and toys. Cato's Collection will be coming up. He was at PowerCon last weekend at PowerCon, was able to speak to Ace, and has some intel from Ramen Toy. You know, you all, of course, know that Ramen Toy, retro articulated, retro 80s, retro 80s. Anyways, Ramen Toys. I'm trying to figure out I'll have it on the other side of the break. Listen, my head's foggy right now. I need some more coffee. Retro 80s, retro 80s, modern, retro articulated 80s modern nostalgia. No. Retro articulated modern 80s nostalgia. See? Yeah, I finally got it. Retro articulated modern 80s nostalgia. Ramen Toy. Yeah, anyway, so Cato has some intel from Ramen Toy. That'll be on the other side of this cartoon break, which you can only hear if you download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app and you can listen to these cartoon themes leading in, of course, to that radio-only segment. Shout out to everybody, of course, in the chat. Oh, I see Merlot. Oh, man. Merlot Big Decks. Oh, my man. Oh, setting the standard, raising the bar. Oh, man. Was it Comic Junkies? My man. Anyways, I see everybody down there. The real Aaron, I see that as well. Destiny over here. Bush Monster. A couple of people all over the place. Remember, follow me at Sam Newsman here all over social media. We'll be back on the other side of this break for a radio-only segment. Triple D, I see you down there too as well. Remember, download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE. And also, you can go to WDCE.org to listen to this next segment where I'll have Cato on the other side breaking down PowerCon for us here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. At Sam Newsman all over social media. And of course, if you're following us, we will see you or hear you, or you will listen to us on the radio in just a few moments. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman. And this is Saturday morning.